And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hungry for Lunch Bunch lunch trip. I don't know if it's called a lunch trip, but that's what I'm going with. But this is the Gospel Station Sports and Talk, presented by America's Neighborhood Values. We are back out at one of our favorite local restaurants. This is the Pizza Hut, located at 5565A Northwest Expressway. You can call them on at 405-722-2300. They're open Sunday to Thursday from 11 to 10, Friday to Saturday from 11 to 11. And those are hours you're going to want to take advantage of, as we've got the 4th of July coming up. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. All your Independence Day celebrations happening this weekend. And to get the good food for them, you're going to want to stop by Pizza Hut. And lucky for you, they'll be open all day long. You can take advantage of the Ultimate Hut Bundle for dinner. A 2-meal, any crust, any topping pizza. You can get some 8-piece boneless wings and breadsticks with 2 dips for only $30. If you're going out for lunch, have a 2 personal pan 1 topping pizza for $9.99. That comes with 2 20-ounce bottle drinks for only $4. Or you can stop by on Wednesday, a little bit before the 4th. Buy 16 wings, get 16 boneless wings. That's a dine-in exclusive, folks. Or you can try the Big New Yorker, or one of my personal favorites, the $6.99 My Hut Box. But that is your rundown of Pizza Hut. Remember, this is where you're going to want to come for all of your 4th of July festivity meals. Pizza Hut at 5565A Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Well, we are out not just for lunch, but we've got the Facebook Live going as well as our radio recording. We're going to talk a little bit about some local sports news, some national news.
And you might want to show them this. That is a chicken Alfredo right here at Pizza Hut. If you want something besides pizza, and they've got wings and all kind of stuff. Just wanted to show that off. Thank you so much.
Of course.
You didn't breathe on it, did you?
No.
No, all right.
Only a lot. That's right. They don't just have the pizza. They have the wings, they have the Alfredos, they have the desserts.
The salads.
Absolutely. There's a lot to get at Pizza Hut. You'll love it here.
And their staff is really friendly. You'll really like them.
Absolutely.
They feed us all the time.
It's good. It's a good deal we've got set up, really. But yeah, let's talk about those 4th of July celebrations a little bit. We've got things here in Bethany with the Boom Parade, out in Yukon with Freedom Fest, up in Edmond with Liberty Fest, which is always a very big event there too. There are plenty of 4th of July celebrations wherever you're looking here in Oklahoma City. The Boom Parade starts on the 4th at 10 a.m. over on 39th Expressway. It should start a little bit before Eldon Lyon Park, which is actually where it will end later that night with the fireworks display at 9:55 p.m. For Freedom Fest, that's out in Yukon. That starts on the 3rd. They'll have events all day long. Music, games, food trucks, all the different vendors. That's out in Yukon. They'll be spread out across a couple of different parks there, I believe. Now, Liberty Fest, the big one, has been going on already. They started, I believe, even last week, doing their rodeos and concerts and all the different events Liberty Fest is doing. So if you want to go to maybe the biggest celebration in Oklahoma, stop by Edmond, stop by Liberty Fest. They've got, of course, their own fireworks display. I believe a couple of races coming up. So Edmond will be another great place to be. I don't know what we'll be doing for July 4th, but I personally would like to always go see family. That's all I need for 4th of July celebrations, just some fireworks with the family, and I'm all right there. But there's your rundown on the 4th of July events here in our little neck of the woods, our corner of Oklahoma City. Remember, that's Boom Parade, Freedom Fest, and Liberty Fest, all happening this week. Now let's get into some of the sports talk. We've got a little bit of time left here on what we're going to call our first segment. We're going to split this roughly into 10 minutes each. The entire Duke starting 5 has been drafted into basketball. That's Con Nyepel, Kaman Malik, Zion James, Tyrese Proctor, and now Cooper Flack. To talk about some of the best lineups out of college at all time, it seems that pretty soon we're going to have to be giving Duke some more props for the teams they put together. Of course, Cooper Flack going number 1 overall, one of the, if not the biggest name in the draft. 2 of those other teammates in Con and Kaman both went round 1. Zion James and Tyrese Proctor both went round 2. The entire Duke starting 5 now in the NBA Going to be names to watch out for, obviously. Going to be big threats as we get into the next season. But speaking of next season, there's going to be a lot of new faces, sure, but we're also going to see a lot of faces missing. Jason Tatum out with an injury. Tyrese Halliburton out with an injury. And for OKC, although thankfully he won't be out for next season, it seems Thunder GM Sam Presti is saying that Jalen Williams is undergoing wrist surgery for an injury that occurred even before the postseason started. Presti says that Williams played with a ligament tear and should be ready for the regular season next year. Now, a reminder, Williams dropped 40 in one of the games of the finals, playing with a ligament tear in his wrist. For this kind of production to happen from a player who's got an injury that happened before any of the postseason series is just another testament to how good that Thunder team was this year. I've said it on past shows, to win the NBA Finals or any championship for that matter, you not only have to be the best team, but you have to be hot at the right time and healthy at the right time. The Thunder were able to stay healthy for the most part, but clearly they couldn't escape completely free of any injuries, as now we have Williams having his own surgery. Before the NBA, that's about it. There is a new, I can't believe I'm saying there's a new NCAA basketball game hitting the market, EA Sports announced. Apparently, Madness is coming back. Now, this was just broke 3 hours ago. We don't know, I believe, the name of this new title, but if you're a fan of college basketball, even in that way, look out for a new NCAA video game to pop up on the market soon. Now, we might take it to a short break here. Of course, we could talk a little bit more about the trades and everything that has been happening in the NBA. But before we go, I will mention something we're going to talk about next. LeBron James opting into his player option, staying with the Lakers. I think that means that he thinks a championship is coming back to LA soon, folks. But we'll catch that on our next segment. To everybody watching on Facebook, we want to remind you we are out here at Pizza Hut, 5565A Northwest Expressway. Call them at 405-722-2300. They're open 11 to 10 from Sunday to Thursday, 11 to 11 on Friday and Saturday. And of course, as I mentioned, with the 4th of July celebrations coming up, those hours are going to be your best friend. You can come here for dinner and get the ultimate Hut bundle. 2 meat, any crust, any topping pizza, 8-piece boneless wings and breadsticks with 2 dips, all for only $30. The lunch special, 2 personal pan, 1 topping pizzas for $9.99. You've got 2 20-ounce bottle drinks for only $4. Again, that's 5565A Northwest Expressway, Pizza Hut, here on the Hungry for Lunch Bunch special.
You know, and while got this on there, you can go another 34 minutes on here, but I want to mention the Eat Pizza raised 20%. Look at that back there. That's pretty cool. People can raise money and eat pizza or sell pizza at the same time. Pretty good, huh? Right here at Pizza Hut. You cannot out Pizza the Hut. That's it.
No, sir, no, you cannot.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to take a drink real quick before we get back into the news.
You can be like Tony Sellers and see if you can talk and eat at the same time.
I might not try to be like Tony Sellers. I'm not sure how well that will go for me. He's in the league of his own, really.
He really is. He's very good. I'm still doing this, so you can talk a little bit more about. Well, we need for them to hear that on the radio too.
Yep.
Let's see here.
For everybody watching on Facebook Live, we appreciate you tuning in to all the Main Street of America live tours we've been doing, the shows we want to keep doing more of. That last one I did at La Huasteca is close to 2,000 views now, which is crazy. But we hope to do
it's good. It's not
that
crazy.
more. It's good, yeah, but it is kind of crazy, at least to me. But we'll hope to do more live shows, so I hope everybody keeps tuning in. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think it'll be good to help grow businesses.
You can go 10, 12 minutes on this.
Well, as we get back into the news here, let's talk a little bit about the MLB. Cal Raleigh announced that he will be in this year's Home Run Derby. He joins Ronald Acuna Jr. as the only players to announce they will participate. Of course, Cal Raleigh leading the entire league in home runs, I believe. I know he is for sure leading catchers in home runs. He hit his 32nd of the season not too long ago. He has been one of the premier names this year, and coming off of Seattle, who's of course vying for their lead in that division. I believe they sit third right now. That is a big name joining the Home Run Derby. The stigma about the All-Star Weekend and the All-Star events, especially with the Home Run Derby, is that players won't join because they don't want to affect their swings for the second half of their season. They don't want to mess something up with the mental. They don't want to get their approach wrong. And while I understand it is always good to see names, especially people that are performing really well, like Acuna has coming back from his injury, like Raleigh has this season, it's good to see these names continue to sign up. Because I personally, while I understand the fear, I think that a player of their caliber, a player of their level, should be able to manage that. Should be able to approach a derby and say, okay, this is a home run derby. I can get a little loose with the swing and not have it affect their in-game performance during an actual regular season game. Of course, that's just me. Of course, I would love to do a home run derby. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but if I had the chance, no matter if I was playing well or playing poorly in the regular season, I would probably do it. That's just what I think is fun. I think that helps MLB grow, all those all-star event games, because you know all the little fans out there, the little kids going to be watching, going to be shagging baseballs. It's always a good time. I always love watching the home run derby. Here's another name you might want to keep an eye on because I found this out not too long ago. James Wood, his last 4 plate appearances, intentional walk, intentional walk, intentional walk, and if you can believe it, intentional walk. He's the first player since Barry Bonds with 4 intentional walks in a single game. Now, I guess I'm going to have to look up some James Wood stats for you real quick, because before today, this kid was not really on my radar. But if he's drawing walks like Barry Bonds of all people, clearly he must be doing something special for us. So let's go ahead and find baseballreference.com and pull up these stats. Right now, it says in 2025, he has 89 hits, 22 home runs, and his batting is solid, 283. Of course, right below 300, the mark that separates the good players from the great players. James Wood is right there. See here, he has had 315 at-bats, scored 52 runs. And of course, this is all on the Nationals, who could really appreciate a bat like that. So James Wood, the left fielder who bats left, throws right, 6'7", one of the taller players you'll probably see in the league. You know, I don't know that for sure, so you'll have to fact check me on that. But I believe 6'7" is getting up to the upper end there. But again, the point of drawing 4 intentional walks in a game, that's not just a bat that's hot, that's a bat that's scorching. That's a bat that you really have no answer for. And I believe it was against the Angels. You know, the Angels are kind of in a rough spot again. It's just how it is. So I'd see that they were taking no chances there. They were just going to say they lose that one and they were going to move on with the game. Now, I believe the Angels did lose that game, unfortunately. Back to NCAA baseball. Now, we mentioned this on a prior show as well, but the Men's College World Series Finals were the most watched 2-game series on ESPN platforms ever. They averaged 2.5 million viewers on ESPN. Of course, that was LSU and Coastal Carolina. And it seems like that sort of publicity has paid off, because I'm expecting a lot of names to go in the MLB in the coming years. But speaking of LSU, the Tigers, 3 of them have received All-American honors. Cade Anderson, Anthony Ianson, and Jarrett Jones are all, no, excuse me, Ianson and Anderson are first team, Jones is second team All-American. So congrats to those Tigers. Of course, the accolades just keep racking up for this team. A College World Series title, and then the All-Americans, and then we'll see more and more as the year progresses and as awards are announced. To say this LSU team was a good team is a drastic understatement. They were a great team, and they were the favorites in that series for a reason, although I started to doubt them. They started to play a lot of close games, had to make some comebacks. They got pretty tight for a second. I thought Coastal Carolina might give them a run for their money, but they clutched up in the end. LSU got it done. For those listening on the radio and watching on Facebook Live, we are out at Pizza Hut at 5565A Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. You can call them at 405-722-2300 to get your order in. Or you can order online and through the app. That's right. Use the Pizza Hut app, earn some rewards, get yourself free food. I've done it before in the past. It's always a good time. That's how I came to like the $6.99 My Hut box. Whatever you want in the tiny box for only $6.99. It's a great deal that you can't find anywhere else. On Wednesday, buy 16 wings, get 16 boneless wings. That's a dine-in exclusive, so you'll want to stop by here again, 5565 Northwest Expressway. Or you can pick up the Ultimate Hut Bundle, the 2-meal, any crust, any topping pizza with 8-piece boneless wings, breadsticks, and 2 dips for only $30.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And you know what else? Is that Pizza Hut, this one right here helps us with our high school football and sports all year long. Our coaches shows, whatever they need, they're here. Whatever you need, Pizza Hut can help you. And there's something I've noticed that I want to talk about for a minute there, Luke, is you're wearing purple, the Bethany color. There you go, huh?
Exactly. And I look good in it too, yes sir.
Well, we're going to be doing Bethany softball coming up and Bethany volleyball, and you're going to be doing the play-by-play of that.
Sure.
And we're going to have our Bethany coaches shows coming up. We, of course, have Bethany football coming up. We're going to try to get some interviews with some coaches over there, or you're going to try to, right? And got a lot coming up, and you're working on something that's really special. We are working on getting Bethany Sports on YouTube, along with our radio broadcast. Of course, you can listen to the radio broadcast and watch the game and see how good Luke does and everybody else does on doing the play-by-play.
We invite you to do both.
Yes, it is going to be nice. But I wanted to mention that since you're wearing the Bethany purple, I just thought that was a pretty good deal.
Stopped by today and had a great chat with their AD. So it's always a good time doing Bethany. I'm excited for the fall.
Yeah, it's fun, and let's don't forget, Bethany softball is going to be very, very good. They probably should have went further last year, but there's some squeaky, crazy calls in one of the games in the playoffs. But hey, we won't get into that. That's the past. But Bethany softball promises to be really good, and they have some great players coming up. They lost a lot of seniors. They got a lot of great players coming up ready to play. So it's going to be an exciting fall.
Yeah.
Luke?
And losing seniors like that is tough for any team to overcome.
Sure.
They're leaders on the field and off the field, but if there's any team that can do it, I think Bethany is set up well.
And you were a senior this year.
I
So
was graduated.
the baseball team
last
lost
year.
you, yeah.
Yeah. I know they lost a big hole left in that program. No. But either way, Bethany, do look for Bethany to have great softball teams. Their basketball team should be really good again. I don't know much about their volleyball team right now, though.
I won the state championship last year, so
Then there you go. Expect volleyball to be good again, too. I've called volleyball only once or twice before, just 1 or 2 of those years out at Southwestern Christian. But every time I did, it was always really fun. That sport moves fast.
yes.
All right, so
Faster than I can talk.
very fast. It's almost faster than I can talk too. Most of the times it is. But we are at the Pizza Hut again. I've said it before, 5565A Northwest Expressway. We've got our second break coming up. It's 1:30. We're going to try to make this last till about 2, I believe.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see how long we go.
But if somebody's listening to this at 8 o'clock tonight, guys are going to go until 2 in the morning, you know, so. But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, if we stay on long enough to go to 8 p.m., at that point we should just finish the day out, right?
Yes, but we've got some big interviews on your show at 4 o'clock.
We do. I'm glad you mentioned that because we've got 4th of July interviews. We've got an interview with one of the men setting up Liberty Fest out in Edmonton tonight on our show on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. And then tomorrow night, we've got a Freedom Fest interview with one of the people producing that. That will be at 5 p.m., I believe. So tune in to the show online, the radio show, and you'll hear those interviews live. We're looking forward to those live. You and I will both be doing those, I believe, asking questions.
Yes.
All right, then. Well, there you go. 4th of July events this weekend. 4th of July celebration throughout the week. 4th of July interviews on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. There's a lot of 4th of July happening right now, and I guess it makes sense because it's almost the 4th of July.
That's right. It's Independence Day, and that's something to celebrate.
Absolutely.
So you ready to go to break?
Yeah, let's send it to break.
All right. We're at Pizza Hut.
Pizza
Come on
Hut.
by 5565 Northwest Expressway, and you'll enjoy that right here. And this is a break brought to you by Pizza Hut.
I tell you, folks, I can go for some of that pizza right now, but I'm going to hold off for just a little
Well,
bit.
it's not getting any cooler, hotter.
Again, a big thank you to everybody watching on the Facebook Live. We always enjoy that. It's always nice to see people tune in. And I hope you're enjoying the conversation. Coming up next, we got to talk some football. That's right, college and pro football both. Got a little bit of news coming out from both spheres. And then we'll see what happens for the rest of the show. Because besides this 4th of July events, there's not another celebration for a little while.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Well, we are back after that short break.
Wasn't
Back-
that short? Go ahead.
Yeah, right. That lasted too long. We just got to be talking the whole time, right? But we are back at Pizza Hut at 5565A Northwest Expressway, 405-722-2300. Stop by, order, meet their friendly staff. We love coming here. They treat us right every time. Give us the good food, too. Open 11 to 10 Sunday to Thursday, 11 to 11 Friday to Saturday. You can get the Ultimate Hut Bundle, 2-meal, any crust, any topping pizza. You can get 8-piece boneless wings, breadsticks, and 2 dips with it for only $30. If you stop by for lunch, you can grab that 2 personal pan, 1 topping pizza deal, $9.99, and 2 20-ounce bottled drinks for $4. On Wednesday, buy 16 wings, get 16 wings. That's a dine-in exclusive, so that's another incentive to stop by. And if you do stop by, drop a pin. You've got that Eat Pizza Raise 20% deal going on. It's just that cheesy, folks. So there's a lot of good reasons to support Pizza Hut. Again, big supporter of Bethany Athletics. They're big in the community here, and we always love to help businesses grow and to give the athletes more publicity. That's what we're really all about. Use the Pizza Hut app to earn rewards on every order, and eventually those points will pile up and grant you free food, which again, take my personal word for that. I used that in college more than a few times. So it really is a beneficial situation. Boom Parade, July 4th in Bethany. Freedom Fest, July 3rd and 4th out in Yukon. Liberty Fest, all week up in Edmond. Great events for you to go out to if you're in the OKC area. Okay, let's talk a little bit of football. ESPN's documentary Wishbone has a section highlighting Oklahoma football. Now, it's following a lot of how football evolved back in the day, and they're actually following a Barry Switzer moment right now. So this is part of the SEC Network's ongoing storied series. Of course, this was a couple days ago now, but if you're a big fan of OU football and you want to relive some of the glory days, or if you're a new fan and you want to see where OU football came from, tune into this documentary, learn about Barry Switzer, learn about the Wishbone offense, and it should be a really, really interesting series. I don't get to watch a lot of series like this. There's still a lot on my to-watch list, and I'm adding this one to that as well, and that's Wishbone, the ESPN documentary airing on the SEC Network. Speaking of college football, get this, Oklahoma State just landed the commitment of the #1 player in Oklahoma, Taj Overton. The 6'3", 275-pound D lineman had 25 tackles for losses, 5 sacks, and 15 QB pressures as a sophomore. And now the Cowboys are picking up a big piece on the line.
And why do you think he didn't go to Oklahoma? Any thoughts?
You know what? I don't know enough about that business aspect of college sports to tell you. But I do know that OK State probably gave them a pretty good deal because their line is always something they look to improve. We've seen a lot of teams that, and of course OK State didn't do great last year, but a lot of teams that really bolster their line, really look to get quarterback pressures on, are teams that use that to take some of the pressure off their own offense. Now, OK State, a Big 12 team, has always been in a in a division, in a conference known for high-powered offenses and sometimes not so great defenses. So with this move, it seems like OKC landing such a great player, great defensive tool, they're going to pick up a new blitzing option. They're going to pick up a new pass rusher. And that is hopefully going to cause enough turnovers and again take that pressure off the offense. Now again, I'm an OU fan, not an OK State fan, so I don't know their stats, their numbers off the top of my head, but I do know Oklahoma State did have a little bit of a rougher year last year. So it stands to reason that this is a pick designed to straight up improve that record in every way, improve that defense. Now, here's what I didn't know before bringing this up. He's the second top prospect in a state to commit to the post this week. So, OK State's making moves. They're getting some big name recruits. Maybe watch out for the Cowboys in the Big 12 coming up. Who knows?
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the Cowboys win it all in the Big 12.
All right, and a little bit more news. The Steelers and Dolphins in the professional scene have made a trade. The Dolphins are trading Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, along with a 7th-round pick in 2027 to Pittsburgh in exchange for Minkah Fitzpatrick in the 2027 5th-round pick. So almost effectively a pick swap, and then Minkah Fitzpatrick heading to the Dolphins. And of course, that's for Jalen Ramsey. Those are the two big names in this trade, Ramsey and Fitzpatrick. Jonnu Smith, not a bad player, but not the headliner that the other two are. Now, of course, with Pittsburgh, with the Steelers being the team landing, what's his face? Why am I blanking?
Well, I'm sure he's going to be happy to be called what's his face.
I know, Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why I was blanking on that, but
That's close.
yeah, it's pretty close. But is this the first move with Aaron Rodgers' influence in it? It's a running joke. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's a joke, but it's a running theme that on the teams he goes to, he likes to have a lot of control over the personnel decisions made. We saw it with the Jets too. Is this the first Aaron Rodgers move? Bringing over, it's not on the offense, so probably not. But it stands to ask because you don't know what all Rodgers has his hands in when it comes to that sort of thing. But I think this is a good pickup for Pittsburgh. I think getting depth at tight end helps it well. And I think Minkah Fitzpatrick heading to the Dolphins is frankly just something they don't have to worry about next year. That team has a lot every season. It seems they have to worry about between Tua, between the struggles they have in the season. So getting Fitzpatrick, getting an established defensive player, again at safety, your last line of defense, hopefully that's a player that stays healthy throughout the season and stays productive, and it's just another spot they don't have to worry about where they're dealing with all the rest of it. But we'll see. We'll see how the Dolphins do next season. Again, not a team I particularly keep up with a lot. I like to keep up with the Cowboys at the professional time, so we'll see. Of course, everybody's going to be watching how Aaron Rodgers does in Pittsburgh too. But again, a reminder, we're out at Pizza Hut at 5565A Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. Give them a call, 405-722-2300. Pick up that Ultimate Hut Bundle or the 2 personal pan 1 topping lunch special. Try the Big New Yorker or grab my favorite, that $6.99 My Hut box. Whatever you want, Pizza Hut's got it. Being a big supporter of Bethany Athletics.
Well, they're a big supporter of all athletics around here. You know, one thing that you might not know yet, Pizza Hut used to be just west of Council, the big restaurant there, and the building is not there anymore. Broke my heart when they tore that down. But they were west of Council, and of course they delivered out in Piedmont and Surrey Hills and all that, or close to Piedmont. Surrey Hills out there. Well, they just announced recently they're going to continue to deliver out in Surrey Hills. So you can give them a call. They'll deliver out there for you. There's no other Pizza Hut down there, so Pizza Hut's coming to the rescue. Because you can't outdo the Hut. You can't
Out Pizza the Hut.
Out Pizza the Hut. Thank you. I could not get that right. Out Pizza the Hut. What's that phone number again?
It is 405-722-2300.
There you go. Such a good phone number, too.
Yeah.
It's easy to remember. And, of course, you can raise money, eat pizza, and raise 20% for your group, your nonprofit. And with everything coming up, there's probably a lot of fundraisers out there for the different organizations of school. Maybe it's pom pom or cheerleading and different things. You can do a fundraiser with Pizza Hut, so that's pretty cool too, huh?
Absolutely. I mean, it's that time of the year, right? When you get
Yeah.
into summer, and the fall coming up, that's when you got to make your moves.
That's right, and boy, it is happening. I'm anxious to hear about, well, everything. I think a lot of us are ready for football and enjoying the Major League Baseball, though. Yep. And you're right there to help everybody take care of that. So
Absolutely. I'm always looking to football. I'm always looking forward to it.
yeah, it's going to be fun. But yeah, we're all at Pizza Hut. Don't forget the crispy fried wings. Kick up the flavor with their 9 signature sauces and rubs. And if Wednesday night is a wing night, Wednesday wing night. So it takes. I've often thought why Thursday's always left out. How about Thirsty Thursday or something like
Thirsty
that?
Thursday.
Yeah, something like that. 2 for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mighty Wednesday or Mighty Monday. Anyway, go right ahead. I'll let you continue on.
No, you seemed like you were on a roll right there. Coming up with alliteration right on.
I get that way sometimes, so you better keep going. We may never get out of here if I don't stop.
Well, before we send it to one more break, I've got a little bit of news here. Something I just saw a headline on Northeastern Oklahoma State. I believe it's Northeastern Oklahoma State. Correct me if I'm wrong, or is it just Northeastern State? 'Cause I think it's Northeastern State University, and they're the Riverhawks. I believe I've got that right. But either way, Northeastern State is set to make a big expansion, the school announced. They're adding 7 new athletic teams. In 2026, it'll be men and women's wrestling along with volleyball. And in 2027, men and women's cross country, along with men and women's indoor and outdoor track and field. So there's a big expansion going out to Tahlequah. And that's big news again for Northeastern State. You just love to see colleges expand their athletic scope like that. You know, when a team has, when a school has enough money to pay for that, that's also a good indicator that that's what the people want to see. When a school is growing like that, you know, there's opportunity there. So get your kids out to Northeastern State. I'm sure those teams will be looking to make some runs in the future. We're going to send it to, I believe, our last break here on the radio side. And for everybody watching on Facebook Live, stick around. We've got about 15 minutes left, and then we will wrap up things at Pizza Hut. Covering all my material here. I'm not going to have anything left for the show tonight. It's a good thing we have that interview coming up.
Come up with new information.
There's always breaking news. Always got to keep an eye out for it.
When Tony does his show on Wednesday nights, that usually happens. He always has something breaking by the time he does it.
Again, I'll take one more thank you to the Facebook Live and everybody watching. You can actually
You sent
comment.
2 more thank yous.
2 more thank yous. Well,
Why not, right?
yeah, 2 more. Thank you and thank you to the Facebook Live. Now, a reminder for everybody watching live, you can live comment and I can see them as they pop up. If you have questions, sports takes, sports information you want to share, go ahead. I'll be happy to read along and interact with you live. That is the benefit of having the Facebook Live and getting this more behind the scenes view. Say you get to interact with us directly. It's not just listening to a screen talk to you as it is on radio.
All right.
Well, this is the Hungry for Lunch Bunch on, I guess it would be the
Hungry for
Gospel
Lunch Bunch Restaurants on thegospelstation.com and going live right on Facebook Live right here on Northwest Expressway 5565 Northwest Expressway Pizza Hut. Come on by, a tradition of always you can't out pizza the Hut.
He's a professional, folks. He's a professional. I mean, what can you say? No one does it like that. But yeah, call Pizza Hut, 405-722-2300. That's 405-722-2300. Get pizza for your events, for your 4th of July celebrations, whether you're out at Liberty Fest, Freedom Fest, the Boom Parade here in Bethany, whatever you want to go to, just get Pizza Hut to give you some good food. On Wednesday, stop by for that buy 16, get 16, I should say, week deal. Pick up that Ultimate Hut Bundle, the 2 personal pan, 1 topping lunch special, or use the app and get yourself some rewards, free food, discounts, all that good stuff. But we are coming up on the end of our hour here on the Hungry for Lunch Bunch special. So let's talk a little bit more about the LeBron situation. James is opting into his $52.6 million player option for the 25-26 season with the LA Lakers. Now the quote is, LeBron knows the Lakers are building for the future, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. Of course, this news breaking after Austin Reeves leaves, decides to test the market in free agency. Now, the Lakers, of course, do have Doncic now. Of course, Luka is not someone to ignore. But do the Lakers really have a chance? They captured the 3 seed last postseason now, but they didn't make it very far. Of course, LeBron's always going to be a great player, generational talent, arguably the best to ever do it. But do the Lakers really have the chance at a championship that the analysts and LeBron seem to think they do? Now, we might have a down year for some of the big teams. Of course, I mentioned Halliburton and Tatum for Pacers and Boston, respectively, being out with injury. But they've still got to get past teams like the OKC Thunder, who to this point have not made very many any moves, just made a couple drafts and they're announced Williams surgery. They've still got to beat some powerhouses in the West. I'm not seeing how easily the Lakers get past someone like the Nuggets, someone like OKC, someone like even Minnesota if it comes to that. But apparently LeBron is comfortable where he is. Apparently he has faith in that team. Again, with Luka on it now, in a full season under their belts, eventually I say anything can happen. That's about all the sports news I have for you right now. Again, you're watching the Hungry for Lunch Bunch special on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Be sure to tune in to our radio show tonight where we will have an interview live on air with one of the people hosting Liberty Fest this week.
And you'll have plenty to talk about, too, with sports. Dean Blevins retired from Channel 9.
That's true.
He was the quarterback for Oklahoma, and he actually played basketball better than he did football, and OU won a national championship for them.
We actually mentioned that at that Lilygrass show I did late last week.
And here's another one. Bethany's Children's Health Center hosts prom for patients on campus. Now, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
I wonder if they got some Pizza Hut pizza for that event.
And order from Lilygrass, flowers and decor for
Absolutely.
all of their prom needs. So
They
we really appreciate all of our advertisers. They are so fantastic, and we just want to do the best we can to let the word get out. These are some of the friendliest people. They have to be friendly. They put up with me. So very friendly people, and very good. But anyway, didn't mean to interrupt. You go right ahead there and tell people sports and everything's going on.
All I've got left to say is a reminder about the MLB All-Star voting. The finalists have been announced, but make sure you get your vote in. Get whatever players you want to see in that All-Star game. Maybe they'll go to the home run derby. Maybe we'll see.
I have a question for you. That Major League Baseball game, and I don't know all the details, but the player that was playing, his mother had just passed away, and some fan screamed out some awful things to him. I don't know what it was, but it's... Can you imagine being that emotional and playing? You know, it comes to the point where sports doesn't matter. It's life, and this man just lost his mother, and somebody was being cruel and speaking out so terrible to him. How often do you think that happens in Major League Baseball? Do you think fans can be, not all fans, do you think you can have some fans that can be that cruel?
That happens more often than I think anybody would like to admit. That's just the nature of professional sports. Everybody takes it really seriously. Some people, it's their passion, it's their life, and some people just can't read the room, don't know when to quit.
Yeah.
But as a pro player, to an extent, you learn to tune it out. You learn to block it out, ignore the noise. But when a wound like that is so fresh, and it was a car accident, it's just not okay. And that fan got banned from every stadium, by the way.
Yeah, that's just, that is so unnecessary to do something like that. It's just, I mean, when you think about it, and I know these pro players and now college players, get paid a lot of money to play, but it's still a human being. And if they're that talented and somebody's willing, whatever vocation a person's in, if somebody's willing to pay you several $1 million to do it, I bet a lot of people's not going to turn that down, you know?
Yeah.
If somebody was going to pay me a couple $1 million for my voice, which they have not offered, by the way, I'd probably do it, you know, depending on what it's for. I mean, do have some limits, but
There's a line in the sand.
yeah, there is. But the fact is they get out there and they work hard and they play. And you go to a Major League Baseball game, I imagine there's a lot. I go to a Major League Baseball game, I've been to the Texas Rangers, and it's just the atmosphere, being in the stands and the fun and all of that. It's just fun being in a Major League Baseball park.
Really
And of course, oh, by the way, they're playing a baseball game. But it's just fun being there. But I just can't imagine how somebody can be, and I know there's a lot of people that can be cruel, but gosh, how can you talk about somebody that just passed away and this is his mother? We love our mothers, you know, and you just to say that has to be so painful. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Heckling will be part of the game. Whatever sport you want to talk about, it's just going to be part of it. But there is a point that's too far, and people need to be aware of that.
Yes.
But I'm glad that fan got what was coming to him. Again, he got banned from every MLB stadium. He got a lot of negative press for that, we'll say. So he got what was deserved there.
And I think the best thing, not to get too off of it, but we don't know that fan's name, but probably needs prayer. Because deep down inside, he has to have second thoughts about that. And of course, for the baseball player, that had to hurt. And you know, sometimes if a person doesn't know the power of forgiveness, they get out there and play, and they're angry at every fan out of that one fan. And it's kind of sad too. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, again, it goes back to just the pros being sort of more trained in this, able to tune it out a little bit. I think in this case, it was handled well from
I
both
do too.
teams.
I think it was too.
But-
I really liked the way both teams, the other team was confident. I mean, that, to me, that is being
Yeah.
human and being professional. I really liked the way that was handled. All of it, actually, after that fan, because people took up for him.
Yeah, I agree. I very much agree with that. There's some things that are always bigger than the game.
Oh, yes.
So.
And I know that's hard for you to say, but baseball is so big to you. But it is, but there is. Human life is so much bigger than anything. But anyway, I keep interrupting you, but I wanted to bring that up. I just thought that was worth talking about just for a minute.
Oh, that's very worth talking about.
Because that just blew my mind when I saw that. How? We got to remember people are people and treat them right. I mean, you're in a sporting event, great, but you can cheer on the team. Take Texas and Oklahoma. I mean, there is definitely division there when they play football. But still, there's a lot, that line in the sand, these are still young people playing and putting their sport, and I'm pounding the table, I was going to knock that over here, but they're playing a sport and they're doing that. We as fans can have all of that, but bottom line is these are people going to college and playing football. Same with professional. They're still people. They're still human beings. They're out there doing what they're good at, and that's playing sports. So, but we might want to pray for them. All right, but we are at Pizza Hut, right? Let's talk about Pizza Hut for a minute.
We're about wrapped up here, so let's give one more shout out to our menu. 5565A Northwest Expressway in Oklahoma City. That's Pizza Hut. Call them at 405-722-2300. They're open 11 to 10, Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 11, Friday and Saturday. They've been a great host again. Use the app and earn rewards on all your orders, or stop by on Wednesday, get that exclusive buy 16, get 16 week deal. You can pick up that Ultimate Hut bundle.
That's definitely a Sweet 16, huh?
Absolutely. You can get that 2 personal pan lunch special. You can stop by and raise 20% on your orders. They've got all the different deals, all the things you can want here. Again, pizza, wings, Alfredos, and salads, and desserts, and drinks. They've got a wide menu, and it's always great staff. So a big thank you to Pizza Hut for hosting us. We always enjoy here.
Why don't you go over those specials one more time before we leave?
All right. The Ultimate Hut Bundle is their dinner deal. 2-meal, any crust, any topping pizza with 8-piece boneless wings, breadsticks, and 2 dips for only $29.99. That lunch special, the 2 personal pan, 1 topping pizza for $9.99, and 2 20-ounce bottle drinks for $4 with it. And of course, we've already mentioned it, but the Big New Yorker or the $6.99 My Hut box are my personal picks. The My Hut box, a favorite from my college days. So,
Very good. Well, that's it, Pizza Hut. So, hey, it's been nice. I've enjoyed the food, and we're going to have to do it again.
absolutely.
Go ahead and finish it up. Do whatever you need to do. I'll try to be quiet long enough for you, Luke. Luke Skywalker Young. There you go.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you again to everybody listening on the radio and to everybody who tuned in on Facebook Live. It's always fun. And tune into the radio show tonight. Listen to that interview and hear some
4
more
o'clock,
sports
right?
talk. Yes, sir.
All right.
4 tonight, 5 tomorrow.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah, we have programming on there, so we have to switch it around a little bit, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out and put Luke on a 3-hour show and see if he can come up with enough information. But anyway, Luke, thank you, and go ahead and close it out.
All right. Again, a big thank you to everybody watching. So, y'all have a great rest of your day. Tune into the shows, and God bless.